Hi everyone, we're planning to make a giant sculpture using recycled plastic bags. Hopefully you're all shaking out the breadcrumbs and saving your clean dry bags. So now, here's the next step, how to make yarn using recycled plastic bags. The reduce, reuse and recycle motto is fantastic, but even better, the latest big R is refuse. That's why I've chosen to use plastic bread bags, because I feel like they're the trickiest ones to refuse at this stage. But we can work on that. I'm certainly not endorsing or promoting buying or eating any particular brand of bread, but this just happens to be a bread bag I prepared earlier. And as you can see, it has a bit of a pleat on the bottom of it. We can't use that now for our yarn, but we will use it later. So you see where my finger's coming to? That's where the pleat is. We need to cut through that, not our finger, just the bread bag, and take that piece off. So with your scissors, just slice through that and try and slice through the top of that pleat so we make ourselves a little, kind of like a ring. We'll put it aside because, like I said, we'll use it later. There you are, there's a nice strong ring of plastic. The other thing we need to do is trim off the end, the flap at the end. So we'll take that off too. So now we have our flat tube. We need to fold it over to almost to the top, so we have about 3.5 centimetres left. So now just smooth it out and fold it over one more time. And then we can smooth it out and fold it over another time. That's probably about enough folds for now. The next thing we need to do is take our scissors and slice across. We're going to slice about 3.5 centimetres again. But we're going to just cut the folded part of the bag. We're not going to cut the flap that we've left at the top. So just keep slicing 3.5 centimetre pieces all the way down the bag. This looks like I'm doing it really fast, but actually I've sped up the film. Sorry about that. It was a bit of a boring bit. Okay, now the next thing we need to do is just give it a shake and open it up. You can slide your hand down inside the bag, hanging on to the area that we didn't cut through. Now I'm just going to get my texter and mark this because it's difficult to see on this clear plastic. Because this is a tricky bit. We don't want to cut across from cut to cut. We want to cut on a diagonal from the first cut to the second cut and so on. The first cut is the deepest, they say, and that's the tricky one. If you get that right, you get all the rest right. So just watch what I do. I'm going to cut across on an angle and then again across on an angle. We're not going straight up, we're going across. So if we keep doing that, we're on to a good thing. And eventually we'll find ourselves at the bottom of the bag where that very last cut we do is again on an angle to the top edge of the bag. You'll find you'll have about 5 metres of yarn from just one plastic bag. Now my aim is for us to collect and create enough material to eventually build a giant sculpture. How big that becomes depends on how many people get involved. So all we'll have to do now is try and keep your colours together if the bags have colour. If they're clear, that's fine too. Just tie the ends together and roll it in a ball and stay tuned for the next part of this project. To ensure our sculpture can eventually be recycled easily, I plan to keep it pure. This means it will be built entirely of soft plastic without the need for any glue, wire or any other products. I'll post the next instructions soon. Meanwhile, keep collecting and making yarn. Our sculpture will look great, but it will also carry a message, and my vision is for it to be able to travel and be displayed amongst all the communities who have been involved in its creation. So please encourage others to join in, because I think this is going to be fun.